Hey everyone, it is the beginning of gardening season. I'm in zone 7A. I have my pepper seedlings going under the grow lights. I'm about to start some more seedlings, and I thought today would be a great day to cover the biggest mistakes to avoid when you're going to start seedlings indoors. So one of the biggest mistakes is keeping the heat mats and the humidity dome on for too long. Heat and moisture are the most important things for germination, but once the seedlings emerge, it's time to remove the bottom heat and the humidity dome. While you've sowed all the seeds at the same time, they may stagger to emerge over the next few days to a week. But as long as one seedling emerges, the heat has done its job and you can remove the heat and the dome. Keeping the bottom heat on for too long can fry the tender roots. A warm room is really all the seedlings require once they start to emerge. The next mistake is not providing adequate lighting. Seedlings should be placed under grow lights as soon as they emerge, providing about 3 to 4 inches of space between the light and the top of the seedlings. Lights and trays can be adjusted accordingly as the seedlings grow. Light drives photosynthesis, which results in stronger stems and leaf expansion. Grow lights are the best method for this because you can get consistent, intense light on a set schedule. I'd recommend using timers so that you can stick to a schedule and keeping the lights on anywhere from 12 to 16 hours over the course of a day. The next mistake is not providing good air circulation. A small fan indirectly positioned near the seedlings will achieve this. It helps to strengthen the stems and it avoids damping off, which is a common seedling disease caused by cool, wet soil conditions and essentially kills the seedling. Keep in mind though that running the fan and the heat from the lights will dry out the soil faster. So it's important to monitor the moisture levels in the soil, which takes me to my next mistake, which is improper watering techniques. Now you can see in this tray that it's fairly dried out by the color of these cells, and some of them are newly planted and they're a little bit darker because I just watered them, and you can see the difference between the cells that are dry and the ones that actually have some moisture in them. Once you have these seedlings emerging, it's important to bottom water. Now, when you first sow the seeds, you can water them from the top, but once they've emerged, you can no longer water them from the top because you risk disease. Bottom watering also encourages stronger root development and it discourages damping off, which I explained a little earlier on. Put about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of water in the bottom water tray and then place the seedling tray back on top. You can set a timer for 15 minutes and just let it soak the water up from the bottom. It'll take up what it needs. Now you can see after 15 minutes that the color has significantly changed. It's much darker. The cells have taken up whatever water they actually needed, and now the seedlings have sufficient moisture. You may need to do this every 3 to 4 days. Dispose of any excess water left in the bottom tray. You don't want to leave any standing water in the seedling tray because that could result in disease. The last mistake I want to highlight is overcrowding your seedlings, either because you're not thinning soon enough or you're not potting up. Once a seedling has 1 to 2 sets of true leaves, you can thin to the strongest of the seedlings. It's also about that time that you can pot up. I'm going to be doing a full video on how I pot up my pepper seedlings. Be on the lookout. I hope you enjoyed this video.